Keyboard High School, I'm Kate Tapala.
And I'm Danica Borza.
Welcome to another episode of Alumni Spotlight, where we feature a special graduate each month and see what they're doing today. Today we're joined by Chris Langan, a proud graduate of the class of '94. It's so nice of you to join us today. How are you doing?
Doing well. Thank you guys for having me. Very honored.
What's your current career path?
Currently, I am a head baseball coach at Felician University in Rutherford. It's been 20 years. Been a cool ride. A lot of fun. Definitely different career. Something I definitely didn't seek out.
Tell us a little bit about your experience at KHS. What was it like to be a student at that time?
Keyport to me was just I cherished the time being here. There's a real close-knit family here, in this small town. I think the professors, the teachers, the community itself, they really took to you as an individual. Happened to be an athlete myself, so everybody kind of knew who you were. They always root for you. That was one of the best for you, and I think that's something that really brings out and stands out in small towns, and it's something I'll never forget.
What sports did you play?
I actually played baseball and football here, and won state championships in both.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us how you chose a career path as a college coach and what you did to further your career or your education.
So I went to, I'm actually a King University graduate. I did play a little bit of professional baseball with the Kansas City Royals. After my playing career, I met a guy who was an actual Keyport High School alum as well. His name was Steve Svensson. He was actually a coach of mine as well, way back when. And he got the first job at Felician University. I saw him in a bank one day, and he kind of said to me, "Hey, what are you doing? Sorry you're back." And I said, hey, it was great. I had a great run, had a great experience, and met a lot of great people. I was ready to kind of start my career, which was getting into teacher education. And he had offered me a job to start coaching, which I declined right away. I never forget him telling me, take my business card. So I went home, did that, talked to my father, and I remember him telling me, hey, this might be something that you might want to do. It might be a career for you. It might be something you love. At the time, I thought, no way. I never thought I could be a coach, never wanted to really be a coach. I didn't know I wanted to be around kids and athletics and, maybe more the teacher path. But, I owe it all to my father and Coach Svensson. I still call him Coach for the opportunity. So here we are still today.
Well, what position did you play?
In baseball, I was a center fielder and catcher. And then when I got to pro level, I played right field. And then football here, I played wide receiver.
That's cool. What's your favorite thing about being a coach?
Wow. I think over the time you learn that you're more than just a coach. You're kind of like some of these guys' best friends. You're an extension of their family, of their parents. A lot of times they come and seek you out for advice, and they tell you a lot of personal things that maybe they don't tell mom and dad. So you kind of become more of a best friend. I think that's really for me what I like seeing the most. That and the impact that you put on these young lives. They then grow up and have families, and they invite you to their weddings. And I think I'm a godfather for a couple of my players. I've been to countless weddings, so I think those are the things that I cherish the most, and I've gotten the most out of.
What are the duties and responsibilities of a coach?
There's a lot. You're out recruiting for the college. You're actually handpicking the players that come to your school. You're obviously setting up practice plans. You're fundraising. You're their travel agent. You're picking all the hotels, figuring out the schedule, their flights, and then you're doing the day-to-day stuff. The baseball-related activities. The fun part, obviously, is getting on the field, watching them play for 27 outs, and obviously hoping we win. But the other stuff in between is daunting. It's a lot. It's a lot of time. You have to always be available. That's the one thing I think I've struggled with the most, is that there's no 9 to 5. There's no clock to punch. You're available 24/7. They need you. You got to be there. So basically, again, you're an extension of the parents. So.
Do you travel a lot?
A lot. I go all over, from California to Texas to Puerto Rico, then Hawaii. A lot of recruiting.
Is that just like looking at your players, like going all over the place?
Yeah, our president at our university wants us to have national exposure, so we're on the road a lot. And that means when they tell you, you're on a plane and you're flying, and then you're on the road and you're coming home, and then you're back and doing it over and over again. So it sounds fun. After a while, it gets to be tough.
Is it hard to balance your personal life?
Certainly, yeah. I think you cherish the moments now more with, I cherish the most more now with my children for sure. I feel like they grew up way too fast. I feel like I missed a lot. They tell me I didn't. I'm thankful for that. But it's a lot, yeah. You're 24/7. There are no days off. for the most part. Maybe here and there you get a little bit of a downtime in between the season. There's about a month, and then kind of coming up now from Thanksgiving to Christmas, you get a little bit of a break. But after that, it's morning and night with those guys. So I felt like when they were growing up, I would kiss them in the morning and kiss them at night, and they were sleeping both times. So tough. You have to have a special partner.
So is it all season that you have to coach, even though baseball's only in the spring?
Yeah, so that's what people don't realize. College athletics all year round. There's a fall season, there's a spring season, and then during the end of your fall, there's a time period where you're with your teammate hours a week doing skills sessions and instruction. So yeah, it's a lot.
Speaking of the challenges, what would you consider like the biggest challenge as a coach?
Well, I think for us, or for me in general, I started early, I was young, so I think just trying to bridge the gap of like communication. I mean, I think a lot of times guys looked at me when I was younger, like, what do you know? You just got done doing this, you know. I think now as time's gone on, it's a little bit easier because there's more experience behind it, a lot more wins, and that's what you're judged by.
You gained a lot more respect.
Yeah, I think that's the key. You know, I think as you get older in this and you grow more, you kind of just learn how to change who you are a little bit. In the beginning, you're trying to become more the friend, and then you become more the mentor, and then now now it's coach, mentor, and I feel like a dad. I don't have any sons of my own, but I get 52 every year, so it's kind of cool.
Is there anything else that we haven't covered that you feel the students should know about becoming a coach?
I mean, it's a tough career path. I think the biggest thing, and I think you take this into life, there's no real success without any failure, so you're going to fail a lot. And I think people just realize or think that some people who have some success in their life, they swung and hit the first pitch over the fence, and it's not that way at all. I failed a lot, had to get back up, had to keep walking forward just like a lot of other people. And I think the thing that gets lost the most in coaching is the instant trying to win, and that gratification of having success. And it's really hard. It's hard to walk into any place and any job with a group of people and try to change your culture in a new direction. So I think you have to have patience. You know, I think that's another thing that I've learned greatly over the years. I'm very patient. My mom and dad still tell me that. My kids, even the players, you know, they try to pull a lot of stuff, but I've seen it all. I've been through a lot. I know how to kind of handle it all, and I just try to make sure that I handle every situation, differently. Try to be unique with it, but it's challenging. It's a tough career. There's not a lot of full-time jobs out there in this profession. I think a lot of it's luck. It is. But again, I think the biggest message taken is you're going to fail a lot before you have success.
That's just proof that you're trying,
That's it. You got to keep trying. Don't quit.
Exactly. Well, that's all the time that we have for today. The crew of TDV Club would like to personally thank you for your time, which we know is so precious, and thank you for joining us.
It was an honor to be here. Thank you guys. You did great. Appreciate it. Thank you guys.
Bye.